Well, hello, you are hiking with Jenny. And today I wanted to talk about what's kind of been going on in my life, plus my upcoming hiking plans. So I kind of disappeared for a little while, and there's a few reasons why that happened, but I'd say that the primary reason was work. So this is around the time of year where things get really busy at my job, and that really impacted things. The second reason is I got pretty sick about a month ago, and I was pretty much couch-ridden for 3 days with a fever. And then after that, I had this lingering cough that just would not go away. And unfortunately, I had planned an overnight backpacking trip the day after I got sick. It was my birthday, so I was gonna treat myself to a backpacking trip, and then I got sick. So that was a huge bummer, and it kind of set me back a lot, because being sick and then not wanting to go out and then work being what it was, I really haven't done much hiking at all, and I'm trying to fix that now. So unfortunately missed quite a bit of the winter season. I know it's probably still wintry conditions up north, but down here it is very much spring. The snow is gone and temperatures are starting to warm up. I'm just trying to basically get out and do more walking and get myself into better shape. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this trail that I'm on. It's called the Sweet Trail, and it's featured in a book on hiking in New England with breweries. So like the idea is that you go on a hike and then afterward you visit a local brewery to kind of treat yourself and reward yourself for doing that hike. Jury's out if it negates the progress you made, but hey, it's fun, right? So the full Sweet Trail, if you did it as an out and back, I believe is about 9 miles. And I'm not planning to do the full 9 miles today, because I think that the most that I've walked recently was 4 miles, so I don't want to like overdo it, but I'm thinking I could probably do 6 today, do like 3 miles out, 3 miles back. This is actually the second time that I have filmed this video. Forgot to mention that part. So I filmed it 2 weeks ago, but I had forgotten the piece that connects my camera to my pole attachment on my trekking pole. I ended up filming the whole thing on my phone, and I was not happy with the quality of the video, and I've been very critical about that in my videos lately, and just wanting to have better quality. Hence I'm using my microphones today because it's a little windy out, and the microphones do a really good job at blocking the wind noise. But I'm trying out this new contraption that I have for my camera. It's a cage that goes around your camera, and the reason I have that is so I can have more attachment points for various accessories. And one of those accessories that I have hooked up to the camera right now is my microphone receiver. So in the last video I put out, which is when I was on the Finger Lakes Trail, my microphone receiver kept falling off of my camera, and then I was losing it. So I needed something that was going to keep my receiver more secure, so I didn't have to worry about it falling off every 10 seconds. So it does make the whole setup a little heavier, but the receiver isn't falling off, so that's a win. maybe. Okay, so I mentioned work and being sick, and the third reason I haven't been hiking, which really is the smallest reason, both literally and figuratively, but I just got a cat. Her name is Emma. It's been going well. She doesn't like it when I leave, so working on making things more enjoyable for her while I'm away, because as you know, I'm a backpacker and sometimes I go away for nights at a time, and while I have people that can help with taking care of Emma while I'm away, I do worry about her being alone for hours a day. We're figuring all that out, but I would eventually like to take her on some day hikes with me. She's not a kitten, but she's pretty young, and she's very energetic, and she, I think, would enjoy going outside with me. I just have to prepare her. So I did order her a harness and leash, but she also has a backpack carrier, so I can take her in that, so she doesn't even have to walk. But I still want to have her be comfortable with the harness and leash in case, you know, she gets out or, you know, wants to get out and explore. It's going to be a little bit of a process to train her on all of that, so I'm not looking to get out and do this right away, but it's more of a eventual thing I would love to do. Kind of been struggling with the loss of a close friendship, and just kind of it's impacted my motivation to do things, and trying to fight through it best I can. But hiking's always been something that has made me feel better, but also when I'm not feeling great, I don't want to do anything. So it's very hard to kind of work up that motivation to get out. But once I do get out, I feel so much better, and I have to remember that. It feels really good to get out and hike again, and I can feel in my legs and my body that this is a bit of a challenge. But it's like a good kind of challenge. It's not like I'm dying or anything, but I can feel, you know, my muscles are waking up and working. And that's really what I need, because I'm trying to build back that strength and endurance as I prepare for my upcoming summer adventures. I am going to officially announce that my next Thru hike will be in Scotland, and I will be doing 2 trails there. I caught the bug 2 years ago when I did the West Highland Way, and decided that I want to keep hiking through Scotland and eventually section hike my way through the entire country. And so in order to do that, there's several different trails that all kind of connect to each other. And I've already done West Highland Way, check that one off. My next one to do is going to be the Great Glen Way. So that's going to continue where I left off in Fort William, and it's going to connect all the way to Inverness. So that's going to be leg 1, and then leg 2 is going to start in Inverness and go all the way to John O'Groats on the John O'Groats Trail. It's going to be pretty hiking along the coast, but it's also going to be pretty wild. And part of that is you're walking through fields. I know, my favorite thing in the world. But there's gonna also be the added challenge of climbing over barbed wire fences, because that's a thing. So in Scotland, you have, what's the law called? You have like rite of passage. You can walk through the country as long as you're not, walking through people's houses and you're being respectful and leaving no trace and not disturbing the animals and yada yada. And you can actually wild camp as long as you're moving on the next day. Don't draw attention to yourself. And that was something that I wanted to do more of last time I hiked in the UK. And this time I'm really gonna make it a point to do some wild camping and just kind of hike until I feel like stopping. I'll still be hiking through towns, so I can still stay at accommodations. I can still get hot meals every now and then, but I really just kind of wanna really enjoy the landscape and just be in there. And that's going to really allow me to do that. That's my through hike number 1. Number 2 is, I've also mentioned this in the past, I am planning to do the Appalachian Trail in New Hampshire. That is 170 miles, I believe, through northern New Hampshire, starting at Crawford Notch and going all the way up to the Canadian border. So that's going to complete my hike through New Hampshire that I was working on like since a couple years ago. And then I'll have successfully hiked through the state of New Hampshire from south to north. And my final announcement for this channel is that I'm planning to make a documentary of my Appalachian Trail through hike. And the reason I decided to do this, I wasn't gonna, but I started rewatching some of my daily videos from the trail. And when you're on the trail, you're trying to edit quickly, and so you're not necessarily paying attention to video quality and things like that. So I want to re-edit my footage into more of like a feature-length video. I want to tell a story that I'm not sure came through in the day-to-day videos, because you're kind of focused on the details and you're not seeing the forest through the trees. But I think there's a definite story arc there that I really wanted to capture in a different format. And so I'm really excited to be able to have the opportunity to tell my story the way that I want to, and also still have those daily videos available for people that want to see the day-to-day. But I just think it'll be kind of a new way to think about my journey, and also for me getting to relive that journey again and kind of realize the benefits that I got from it. So this is obviously going to be a lengthy project, and it's not going to happen next week or maybe even next month, but I think that's something I'm gonna have to work on little by little over time. Oh, cool. I think this is like a wildlife viewing platform. Whoa, All right, well, I've reached my turnaround point. Actually passed it a little bit. I'm at like 3.1 miles, but this is what I agreed to turn around at. So I'm gonna head back, which should make this hike a 6-mile hike, which is pretty good for me considering my activity level lately. Yeah, it's really nice to get out, and I'm glad the sun's out today, and it's good for me. Getting the sunlight, the exercise, vitamin D. I really hope to do an overnight very soon, and I can take you along. If you have any more questions pertaining to my through hike that I haven't answered yet, I might not have made all the videos that people asked about. If something got lost in the shuffle and I didn't answer your question, please let me know in the comments and I'll try and address that the best I can. But I think that's about gonna wrap it up for this one. Thank you for watching and happy trails.